Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Let Me Yap a Little with your host, Jessica Woods. Guys, I literally got the worst news today. It's pertaining to my car. Pretty much, it has been having some issues, and the coolant has been leaking. And now it's like 2,140 something dollars to get it fixed. Like, isn't that amazing news? Oh my gosh. Like, bruh, cars, when they have issues, it's a whole nother thing when it comes to expenses to help fix it. And I just hate that I'm having to spend money on this. I mean, granted, I want a good running car, but it's so expensive and I could be using that money for other stuff. I could use that money for so much other stuff, especially for the things I plan on doing in the summer. Like, now you're just draining my savings. But I guess that's the price we pay when it comes to being an adult. Just spending money on a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, that's like something that I was not prepared to deal with today. I really thought they're gonna be like, oh yeah, like because they did a diagnostics first. And so I was like, oh, hopefully, fingers crossed. They're like, oh yeah, this is easy fits. It won't cost that much. And nope, it did. It cost a good chunk of money. So that's that. But on brighter news, guys, we're entering summer. I feel like this summer is gonna be a good summer for me simply because I'm not entering it super stressed out like most. I don't know, like the past like 3 summers just haven't been a vibe for me. Like, I don't know. I just like wasn't in the mood. I was like, can it be fall already? Like hot weather, cute nuts onto the nets. But no, I really want to enjoy this summer this year and just be outside, and especially all the rain we've been getting for the past week. I'm like, yes, like I'm ready for it, even though it rains a crazy amount in Georgia during the summertime. I feel like that will make a difference, but I'll be going on trips. I'll be just enjoying my time with friends, family, going to events, concerts. So I'm ready. I'm ready for the summertime, and I'll be giving myself a lot of breaks like from work and stuff. So I'm excited. And you know what? I was just thinking this morning cuz like there's just so many things that just like no, let's talk about it because this shouldn't be a thing, and the fact that it is, why hasn't this become a thing, if that makes sense? And it probably isn't making sense what I'm saying because I'm being very vague, but to make it all make sense, pretty much, I don't know if it's me being dramatic, but not to be dramatic, it's a lot of things that I feel like need to change in the society. And like, it may sound dramatic, but no, for real, like, I'm dead serious. Let's fix it. So the first one was, not to be dramatic, but why are our pets able to be claimed as a dependent on our taxes? Like, the amount of money we spend on our pets when it comes to vet bills, when it comes to just their basic care, of course, like food and stuff, but toys, and so many toys. Like, my cats, they have to be stimulated. They get bored easily. Oh my gosh, Sunny, a expensive little baby, my expensive little fur baby, his butt unfortunately has been sick his whole life pretty much since we got him in some aspect. And like, whenever, I can't wait till the day when he's like 100% healthy, because right now he's dealing with asthma since he was 1. It's been a thing. And like, all those visits, medication, because he takes albuterol now, shots that he's gotten. And then even before, like the first week when we adopted him, he got pneumonia. And then on top of that, he also ate a poisonous plant, which was literally a house plant. But at that time, we just didn't know that houseplants were poisonous to cats because Sylvester, my childhood cat, I mean, like we had growing up, we always had house plants. Like my mom loves plants, gardening. Like we had plants all around the house, and he never took a nibble out of any of them. And maybe it's because he was an outdoor cat, so like he had free range and he was literally hunting birds, squirrels, moles, like all that stuff where like a houseplant was the least interesting thing to consume. Looked up houseplants are very poisonous to cats. Here's a list. We looked up the list. I was like, ER. Like we went to the hospital immediately and when we got to the pet hospital, well, I remember I just took him to the pet hospital. So when I got to the pet hospital, they were like, yeah, he's like now bleeding from his nose and his pneumonia's gotten worse and all that stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh. And oh, to backtrack, he got pneumonia from like, I guess they said it's common for when you adopt a cat or a dog from a shelter, bringing them to a new environment, they're prone to get a cold and that could progress to pneumonia. And unfortunately, it did for him because Grizzy, when we adopted him from the shelter, he only got pink eye and that was it. So I don't know. But yeah, Sunny's a very sensitive kitty. So and all that to say, they're expensive. The fur babies are expensive. Like, to be honest, I literally birthed him, I raised him. Like, he is my child. They are both my children. Why am I not claiming them as so? Because I would love to. And the fact that we can't is annoying. And every time I file taxes, like listed as single, I'm like, y'all just taking all my money. All of my money. Another one I would say is your word. Like, not to be dramatic, but your word does mean everything plus your actions. People are so quick to say one thing, do another. And it's like, no, your word does mean something and stand on it. I hate it when people don't know how to keep their word when it comes to stuff. And it could be so simple. It could be a simple thing that's like, okay, but you said you're going to do this or you agreed to that. Like, why aren't you acting on it? And it's, I don't know, like maybe it's the Virgo in me because they say we're very much like, we have that mindset of like, we really appreciate and admire someone that's very loyal, that stand on what they say, believe in as well. For me, someone's word does mean a lot. And when it's not shown, it like it just irritates me. Maybe it's because for me, I'm very big on keeping my word, so I would like that to be reciprocated. And when that's not reciprocated, it's like, oh well, dang, you don't care. Like, you don't care about me, you don't care about my feelings, you don't care about the efforts I've put into blah 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 blah. And I mean, it could be like so many things, like as we know, like just someone standing on their word. If you said you were gonna help out plan this trip, okay, why aren't you doing anything? If you said you were gonna go to the store and get that and then you're like, oh, I forgot. And like, granted, it's okay if you forget, like, but if it's like a consistent thing, and I think it's more like consistency of not standing on your word. Because granted, we're all human, we're not perfect, we're gonna do crap and like forget things. Because I do the same. I'm like, oh crap, I did say that, my bad, let me fix it or something like that. But like, for people that just don't care if they don't stand word, that they're so used to just saying stuff and not meaning it, that's just so irritating. Because it's like, first of all, some people I feel like think it's cute, be like, hey, yeah, I'm wrong. It's like, no, like you're actually annoying, you're irritating me, get out my face type of thing. Like, just don't say anything at that point. Just don't promise anything. Don't say you'll do something. Just don't speak to me, literally, because it's like your word means nothing at that point. And I feel like that's a bad characteristic to have. And some people have it, and I feel like they don't see an issue with it. And that's when I'm like, yo, like you're weird. You're weird. Another one, let's see. Oh, not to be dramatic, but chivalry is dead. I would literally say 85, 90%. Maybe I'm being generous with that even, but it is so dead. I feel like the boys want to be the girls now. Like they want to be treated like a princess. They want that princess treatment. And it's just like what? Excuse me? No, no. Like, why do you want me to cater to your needs and you can't even do like simple stuff that I ask for? I'm not about to do that. And it's like, no, I'm not going to go out my way to do something for you when you can't just do simple things. Or you say, going back to like people standing on their word, like you say you're going to do this and then that never comes, but you expect me to do something for you. Chivalry is truly dead to the point I'm like, what have the men become in our society? And like, granted, I know there's sweet men out there, but I personally rarely see them nowadays. And the ones that do exist in my realm are definitely in hiding because I just feel like they just want to be spoiled. You're the guy, do simple tasks. Like, no, it's like truly simple tasks. Like, open the door for me, open the car door for me, hold the door open. The weather's bad. Like, get your umbrella out, take off your jacket, cover me, type of thing. That's just like the bare minimum. And the bare minimum, as us girls always say, is in hell. It truly is because the bare minimum can't even be accomplished when something that's like shouldn't even be a big deal. Like, oh my gosh, they got me flowers. Like, I feel like we're like, oh my gosh, like he definitely likes me because he got me flowers. Like, oh my gosh, he's such a gentleman. But it's like truly that's the bare minimum. I appreciate the flowers, of course, but it's like it's the fact that it's to that level that we see that as like, oh my gosh, the best thing ever. But it's like that's how a guy should be, especially if they like you. Like they should want to get you flowers just because. And vice versa. Us girls have a crush on a guy or we're dating a guy, we want to do things for them as well. But it's like you also got to know your limits because you shouldn't be doing wife duties for a man that's not your husband, and you shouldn't be doing girlfriend duties for a man that's not your boyfriend. The line can be crossed, and I feel like us girls are more prone to cross that line. And when we do, oh, it's rough territory because I feel like they get so comfortable to the point that they feel like they don't have to do any more within a relationship, and wherever you are is where you are, and that's that. And they just become so content like where they are to the point it becomes complacency, and then you're just like, oh well, okay, eventually, like, oh, they're gonna ask me to be their girlfriend, or oh, eventually they're gonna ask me to be their fiance. But it's like, no, like you're literally doing everything they need but without the label, so they probably think, oh, there's no need, like they're good, like she's good where she's at. And honestly, you can voice that too, but I just see like nowadays women are always having to voice what they need more from men than men have to do with women because women are naturally more giving. But I have come across men that are also very giving as well. It's just more rare. But I really feel like the reason why chivalry has died off so much is due to us women's just wanting our basic rights, and then men seeing that as, oh, y'all want everything to be 50-50 with everything else. Why can't it be 50-50 in relationships? And then that's when the whole what do you provide stuff irks me because it's like, what do you mean? Like, women do so much. And it's just honestly so sad. This is why the rate of divorces has increased. Women are like not seeking to be in a relationship, I feel like, more nowadays because, to be honest, what else can they give me that I can't give myself at the end of the day, regardless of being in a romantic relationship? Other than that, like, what else do you provide that gives me peace? And I feel like that's the main thing. It's like you gotta find someone that is able to simply be an addition to your life. And I know I touched on that before, but I feel like nowadays, like, chivalry has died out so much because what we look for in a partner it's like we can already give ourselves, and then when we're just asking for the simplest things, and it's just an act of being a gentleman at the end of the day, and just doing stuff that we really don't have to beg for or ask for, and just being kind-hearted too. It makes you question, like, who's raising y'all? Because, like, why are you acting like this? Like, just act like a man, like, do your stuff. And, like, the thing is, it's not a lot we're asking for. And it's like we as women put up with so much, but with us wanting equalness, we're asking for equalness in other sense when it comes to like pay gaps and like what when it comes to rights, all the rights. Like, we used to not be able to vote back in the day. Just doing things and not gender typing it and allowing women to be in fields that are male dominated and stuff like that. That's what we're asking for fairness for. But when it comes to just acting like a gentleman, no, that's when you, the man, steps in and becomes a gentleman. I don't know why you're expecting a woman to do those duties. Like, be so for real. You don't see us saying, no, y'all should give birth, even though you can't, but you don't see us. I don't know. Like, I don't think they fully understand that the amount of stuff we have to deal with internally and externally. I saw this TikTok of a girl saying, like, she was talking about the phases of your menstrual cycle. It was like, yeah, literally, the luteal phase is one of the best phases for a woman, and that's literally how a man feels every single day. Mellowness, not stress, like, can just function and not have any aches, pains. Like, you're just fully there, present, like, and you can just fully be present on what you want to focus on, pretty much. Granted, not every man's the same. Like, everyone has their own issues at the end of the day, but it's more easy than women, and we're just asking for the bare minimum. And that's very sad for us to even ask for. Okay, so not to be dramatic, but weaponized incompetence deserves jail time immediately. Because why are you acting dumb and playing in my face? Point blank, period. Why are you acting dumb and playing in my face? Because if I can do it, you can do it. I'm sorry, but you're just acting slow so someone else either, like, you're just acting slow so you don't have to do something, and that just like exerts laziness to me. And to the point, it's like, you think I'm dumb? I what's the disconnect? Like, why can't you freaking fold a sheet? Why can't you go get something from the grocery store and come back and bring what was on the list, and not just bring one or two items that weren't even on the list, or bring the wrong brand? Like, why can't you go out and get a gift properly? Or why can't you literally have the decency to put effort in a task that you know the other person would put just as much effort, even more in, and you pretty much just half-ass do it, type of thing? Like, why do people think that's cute? Because I really do feel like people that have that weaponized incompetence mindset, they think it's very cutesy. They think, oh, someone else will take care of it. And how they got to that point is because someone was spoon feeding them their whole life, to the point that they think everyone else is going to put up with that crap. But let me tell you, I personally will not. I don't waste my breath on ignorance, to the point where I feel like it's definitely done maliciously. I feel like that's just a lack of morals too. It's like, you're like disregarding someone else's feelings, someone else's time, someone else's needs, because you just want to function in laziness, or just not put your all for someone else, or do something for someone else that's needed, or help them out in any way that is needed or they're asking for. And if it's anyone like me, when I'm asking for help, it's truly because, oh, I really would appreciate it, because I definitely thought of 10 million ways on to not have to ask for help before I ask for it, because I'm very much a person that would try to do stuff on my own to the fullest before I'm like, okay, yeah, I kind of need help. But then I'm also a person that accepts guidance, and I will be so quick to be like, oh yeah, I don't know what this is. Please explain. Or can you please help me? If it was done like that, I totally would help out. But when it's like you're agreeing to do something, and then you just act like you don't know how to do it, or a conversation is happening amongst a person and they just act really like slow about it and like don't see anything that they did wrong, or like not catching like where they messed up, or just playing dumb with something they did and you're addressing it to them and they're like, wait, what? Oh, I wouldn't think you would feel that way. Like, um, yeah, I didn't know you would think that would be an issue. And it's like, you literally cheated on me. What you think that's like, not saying that happened to me, but it's like a guy will go out and cheat and be like, yeah, I didn't think that would be an issue. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll try not to do that again. And it's like, what? Like, honestly, it's so crazy. And the things I'll like witness and hear from friends and something like, oh, heck no. And I really try to have good discernment when it comes to surrounding myself around people that don't have that mindset, because it's just like, it will just make you feel like, oh, you aren't important. Like, I'm the scum on the bottom of your shoe. Like, you literally don't give a crap about how I feel or anything, or like trying to make something in my life easier, help me out. But you know, I would do the same. And that's why you're acting dumb. So I can just figure it out myself, or just do it. And you don't have to do anything as usual. Yeah. I feel like, and that's something I feel you see more with grown people, with grown adults, fully functioning frontal lobes, and they have the mindset of, honestly, I can't even say a little kid, because I feel like little kids are more self-aware and more kind than a lot of adults nowadays. Like, to be honest, it's really sad how like the tables flip. I feel like the older some people get, the more inconsiderate, rude, and like not having a kind heart they become, compared to like a little kid would see like, oh yeah, that's wrong. Like, for instance, all the ICE stuff that's happening, you have little kids out there on the front line speaking out for people that are being illegally detained, but then you have grown adults that are doing the detaining, are voting for it and not giving a crap. So like, it's crazy how someone with not a fully functioning frontal lobe knows right from wrong than a grown person. It's a crazy world we live in, honestly. We really need to do some more research on that. Like, what causes people to decline emotionally? The neurotransmitter, something just not be clicking. It just doesn't click. I swear. Let me think of one more. Oh, not to be dramatic, but we really need to release our whimsy. We really do. And I'm really speaking for myself for this, because sometimes I can feel so like stuck in a routine, and or just stuck on something, some goal or anything I have going on, where I could forget like, no, I need to be more whimsy. Have that impromptu dinner out or night out with the girls, or go on that impromptu date, or have that little fun little game night with friends and chill at home, or put on that cute dress and go out for dinner. And it doesn't have to be for a special occasion. You're just going out to go out, or just take that trip because you want to take the trip. It doesn't have to be for your birthday or for some monumental moment like a honeymoon or anniversary. Just take the trip because you want to take the trip. And I really need to tap into that more. I really need to release my whimsy and just not give a crap also about what other people think. Like, let me dress up in all these different types of colors if I want to. I don't give a crap if people think it's tacky. Let me become more like artistic and like tap into different fields and like hobbies that I've once loved as a kid, go back to them and do it as an adult, because at the end of the day, I really feel like deep down we will always have that inner child in us that want to do things, but I feel like we suppress it because the older we get, we're told this is how we should act, this is how we should function in society. You're an adult, like this is what you should be focusing on a career, relationships, building connections. Like I feel like it's always that stacking your bread type of thing, and just building a life where it's sustainable for you and that you can give to like your offspring type of thing, where it's like we really be taking life too seriously. Let me just live, like just live, release that whimsy, just be you. I recently started back crocheting, and like, to be honest, I can't remember if I really ever did crocheting as a kid. I definitely did finger knitting. I was so big in finger knitting. The amount of scarves I made, and then I would give them to my cat, like to play with as a toy. And I would wear them too. But I was so big and like knitting. And then I recently was looking at also what is it called? Cross stitching or embroidery? No, it's not embroidery. It's cross stitching where you're on the thing. I think it's cross stitching. I was looking at that too. So it's like, ooh, I should like get into that. I love my interior design. I love to paint. But I'm like, yeah, let me like tap into something else that can fill in my free time than doom scrolling, because I really need to get off that phone. So yeah, why not start crocheting and little things like that. Just do anything that brings joy to you. And I think through that, you discover different outlets that also feel that whimsiness. And also, when you do become more whimsy, you start to care less truly, because you're just like, this is truly my world and I'm just living in it the best I can. And we're all living life for the first time. So why not make it the best? And granted, all the craziness that's going on in the world, we can always find some piece of joy that can let us feel a sense of like calmness. And for me, it definitely is like getting dressed up, looking cute, going out with the girls, going on a cute little fun date. Like I went on a date recently and we went sauce dancing. Like that was a vibe. Doing different things and like something that can really just like get me out my comfort zone in a sense too, because I'm one like I've always also talked about like taking a salsa dance class, but I'm also one that's like when it comes to dancing, especially since I haven't danced in such a long time, because I used to do it in like routines and stuff growing up, but since I haven't like performed in such a long time on a stage, I like have definitely put myself in a shell when it comes to like doing that. So being able to just like have fun in that way, and also tapping into other things, and when people can bring that out of you, I feel like that's also a good thing. And when you have friendships or relationships that do that and like remind you of like things that you once loved and no longer do, that's tea. That is tea, because it really reminds you of how nice life used to be. Sometimes, like, I don't know if that's like so dark, but like, truly, like, there are points where you really didn't have a care in the world and you were just doing everything you loved. And the older we get, I feel like we start to lose touch of that. So, yeah, releasing your whimsy. I'm definitely gonna be doing that more. And y'all should definitely do the same too. But yeah, those are my few things where I'm just like, not to be dramatic, but yeah, let's work on that. Let's work on that. Good and bad. Well, guys, it was so much fun yapping with you all. And please leave a comment on Spotify, or if you're watching on YouTube, comment down below what you feel like needs to be talked about. Like, not to be dramatic, but I'm dead serious. Why is this a thing? Or why isn't this a thing? Or we really need to tap into this more, because there's so many think pieces I feel like we can go with this, and I would love to hear y'all. So yes, start the discourse. I'm here for it. And yeah, I will see y'all again for another Yap Sesh soon. Bye guys.